Alright, so usually I write up like a script for this, but I've been busy all weekend, so I thought I'd just do it on the fly and hopefully remember everything I did over the week. Um, Monday, I'm pretty sure I didn't do anything. I had like class, and that was basically it. And then Tuesday, same class. And then rugby that night, which was rugby's always fun. We actually played a game, so we actually had tackling and like real life type stuff. So that was really good, really interesting. It actually was a fun practice, and getting hit really hard, it actually didn't hurt as bad as you would think when you're playing a game. When we're just practicing like tackling, then it hurts like crazy. But if you're doing it like actual game, then the adrenaline's pumping. You're excited and you're like, yeah, I want to take someone down. I want someone to take me down. Like heck yeah, this is awesome. So it was great. Yeah. And then Wednesday was my last day of school. I got up, got ready for class, and I was running late, but I went to class anyway. Thought I should probably go, and I come to find out, I get down there, and two girls who were in my tutorial for that class, they were like, oh yeah, class is canceled. Apparently our lecturer got sent to the hospital the night before, and we just found out the night, like that morning, and I didn't check my email that morning, so that was interesting. Didn't have class all day, so I just went to the market, and I got a new phone because my phone stopped working. And yeah, so I got that figured out, and then I went back and I did some studying stuff, and then we had a barrel, which a barrel at here at UTAS is basically like a party on campus. Different groups, like different parts of the school, like the zoology or the life sciences department had one, and this one that we went to this past Wednesday was geology. And basically just that department or that group put on a little party sort of thing on campus where they'll serve alcohol for a cheap price and they'll serve food for a cheap price, and everybody just kind of hangs out and drinks. There's bouncers, that check IDs to make sure you're of age and all that stuff. So me and some friends went to that, and we actually drank quite a bit, which is good. I don't know. I mean, it was fun. And we're all like in a nice setting where we won't make stupid decisions. So it was good. And then we met some people and got to know a few people, and then we went out, and me being silly, I got a few guys following me around. Luckily, I ran into one of the guys that's he used to go like live in the college that I live in, Christ. He was walking around in the parking lot, and I had talked to him earlier at the barrel, and so I started talking to him again, and I was like, hey, these guys are following me. Do you think you could, help me out, get rid of them and stuff, and let me tag along with you until I run into the rest of our group? He's like, oh yeah, no, that's fine. Just come along with me. So I went with him and two other guys, and he got rid of them for me, and we just walked to his place, and then we went to a different place, and they drank a little bit more, and I knew a few people there, but not a lot. It was a small little like restaurant type place. So yeah, it was good. And then he actually walked me home, which was nice because I had no idea where I was or how to get back from where we were. So that was really nice of him. He walked me back and made sure I got back okay. And then Thursday, I had a friend wake me up, and she had met some guys the night before at the barrel who were planning on going to Bruny Island, which is an island here off of Tasmania, which is really popular for tourists to go to. And we had actually planned on going there this past weekend, and so she had met them, and they were going to go at the same time. And one of the guys was like, oh, well, I've got a boat, and we're going to go out on my boat, so we'll take you with. And we're like, oh, cool. So Thursday we we all got together and we met up with them and talked about it while we were all sober and got the details figured out. And so yeah, that was really nice. Did some laundry that I packed and stuff, and then Friday we left and we met up with them. It was me and my friend Jen, Alana, David, and then the two guys were Tom and Max. They're both engineering students here at UTAS, and they're the ones with the boat. So we went and we loaded up, and then we got the boat all ready, and we drove down. We got into the boat and we took off to Bruny Island, and we just found some secluded beach where we could just camp out. It was really nice. No one was there, so we had it all to ourselves, and we were lucky enough to not to get too bothered by like other people. Like rangers didn't come around. We had a few, like 2 people walk past too. We're just kind of hiking around, and yeah, so it was really great. It was really nice and beautiful and secluded. So we were actually able to just do whatever we wanted. And so we pitched our tents, and then we just kind of hung out, drank some beers around the fire, made dinner, and later on in the night, after we'd played a few games like, I don't know, Two Truths and a Lie or Never Have I Ever, we played a few of those games. After that, we decided to go skinny dipping, which I'd never done before, but I thought, you know, I'm in Tasmania, we're all pretty cool kids. Like, the guys were like, yeah, no, we'll go over here on this part of the water, you go over there, we won't look if you won't look. And we're like, yeah, no, you know, we're all adults, we're fine. So we tried it out, and it was really funny because me and the other 2 girls, there were 3 of us, and we ran into the water, and it was all shallow. So we're like running in like mid shin deep water, like naked. We're like, where is the water at? Why are we just running in this like shallow water butt naked? Like, we want to get into water deep enough to cover ourselves. So we're like sprinting for the longest time, laughing hysterically because we're all like trying to cover ourselves in this like really shallow water. And finally we got to like waist deep, and we all like ducked down to like cover ourselves, so we were like covered and stuff, and it was really funny. We were laughing so hard. And we got out, got dressed, and just kind of hung around the bonfire, and then went to bed. And then the next day we got up and did some raft or tubing, I guess. I didn't do it, but the other guys did. And I basically just took pictures and videos. And so yeah, we did that for a little while, and then we came back and hung out. We tried to go for bushwalking, but the bush was too thick, and there were too many jack jumpers or jumper jacks, I don't know. There's some kind of ants that jump and they bite and it hurts really bad, but there's too many nests, so we had to kind of like decide against it. So we went and walked around the beach a little bit, and then the guys, the 2 engineers, Tom and Max, they moved the boat because we were going to go fishing, but we changed our minds, so they moved it so that it was in a better location. And then we just kind of made dinner, drank some beers around the fire again, and then went and watched a movie. And that night, it was the craziest storm. Like, the tent was blowing over. Apparently, like, the tent was a 6-person tent, and it was, you like split it up, so there's like 2 in one room with most of the bags, and 4 in the other room with only a couple bags. And then we had a separate tent with all our food in it. Well, the 2-person tent pretty much basically just folded in on itself. So Tom and Alana were in that room, and Max, not Tom. Max was in that room with Alana, and he had to hold it up so that it wasn't collapsing on them, but it was like raining and sand was blowing in through there. And then in our section, I was against the wall, and then Dave. Me and Dave were on the outside, and then Jen and Tom were in the middle. And me and Dave were both getting like the walls pushed up against us because the walls of the tent were moving in. So Tom was trying to push them up and like keep them up so they weren't completely collapsing on us. Well, every now and again, Tom would get up and go and check on the tent and the site, make sure everything was good. And he had to like tighten up a lot of the ropes and stuff. And they had made a moat around the front of the tent so that if the tide came up too high, it would kind of like keep it from hitting the tent. Well, apparently the tide came up to the moat and just passed it a little, so it almost touched our tent. We were so lucky. Like, it was storming. The wind was crazy. I don't know how fast it went, but it was intense. And it was just like all night we were all up and like freaking out, like, oh my gosh, what do we do? Like, nobody's gonna sleep. The only person that slept the entire time was David, and that's because he sleeps like a rock. He didn't even know what was going on the entire time. But we were all just like, oh my gosh, freaking out. But it was so funny. And yeah, so we finally got through it. Like, it stopped storming and the wind kind of calmed down a little bit. I personally got up at like 7 in the morning, went to the bathroom. We all had to pee outside in the bushes, which is always fun. And yeah, so then we got up and we started packing up, and Max had to, they had like a tube sort of thing that we put all the stuff on, all our bags and whatnot, and he like pushed it against, like, in the water, rafted it across to the boat, unloaded it, and then took it back, and he'd get people on it. And so pretty much we called Max the captain because it was his boat, and then Tom was his first mate, because they did all the work. We felt so bad, but they did all the work, and it was just great. It was so much fun. So we all got back on the boat and we drove back here to Hobart, and then we unloaded, and Max had to go to work, so then Tom went back to his place, so we all came up here to Christ College because that's where the rest of us live, and we showered for the first time in a couple of days, so that was awesome. Yeah, and then we met up. We went to the grocery store, got some groceries, and then we came back and met up with another friend of ours, Becca, at her place, which she lives at Christ College as well, but she lives in like the better part, like the lodge. They have like an actual kitchen. So we made an Easter dinner, because it's actually technically Easter right now. Well, it was. I don't know. It's like 12:30 now. But it was. And so we made an Easter dinner, and we invited all of us that went on the trip. So me, Alana, Jen, and then Becca as well. And then the guys, David, Max, and Tom. We all invited them. And we all made dinner. And we had a vegetarian lasagna, which was really good, and a cake, better than sex cake. And so we drank a little bit of wine and played some table tennis and ate, and so it was a lot of fun. Like, they're a great group. We're probably gonna hang out again because, I don't know, they're a lot of fun, and we all get along really well, so that's good. So yeah, and then I just got back from helping Becca clean up a little bit. We're all pretty drunk because we're all dehydrated and we drank. Probably a bad idea, but we're feeling good. So yeah, that's pretty much all that happened this week. It was a very intense weekend. A lot happened, but it was a lot of fun, so it was totally worth it. And yeah, we still have a few days left of spring break. We have spring break until Thursday, and today is technically Monday? I don't know. Monday at like 12:30 in the morning, so I still have a few days left. I think the rest of the week I'm just going to spend doing homework, having some alone time, and getting caught up with stuff, basically, because I don't really want to do anything else, because I'm just too tired. We have to get up at like 10 in the morning to go help clean the boat up, but that's pretty much all we got left. But yeah, so it's been a good weekend. A lot of fun and a lot of intense experiences. And yeah, so hopefully something else fun's happened this week that I can update on. But yeah, awesome. Happy Easter to all of you. Yeah.